This is the first Minecraft house I ever built on YouTube, and it kinda sucks. This house kickstarted my entire channel with a series where I built a house every day for 100 real life days, so it's super important to the history of my channel. So I'm gonna give it the upgrades it deserves. I'm gonna transform this house 5 different ways in 5 different amounts of time, starting with just 1 minute and ending with an hour, seeing how long it really takes to transform a Minecraft house. So let's get right into it. I really don't think I'm gonna be able to make any meaningful improvement on this house in 1 minute, but let's find out. I got a really simple plan here. Trapdoors, shelves, and texturing. That is literally it. So let's see if I can do it. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Literally just spruce. All right, we just need spruce blocks, and we just go crazy here. Shelves actually like weren't even out when I built this house originally, so it's kind of a cheat code here. Hopefully, unless it looks bad, then that's gonna be a little awkward, honestly. All right, how are we looking? How are we looking? Okay, just trapdoors and shelves everywhere. That's it. Round the frame out, you know, standard stuff. Got a bit of like texturing in this roof, and then that's gonna be all we got on time, I think. All right. That's all we got time for. All right, you know what? Honestly, for 1 minute, like I really actually don't think that's that bad. In just 1 minute, the changes were barely noticeable, but they were a slight improvement. So let's see if 5 minutes is enough time to actually fix a house. 5 minutes is a weird amount of time. Obviously, it's more than a minute, but it's still not really enough time to make any huge changes to shape or scale. So my plan was a bit different. Just like the 1 minute fix, I wanted to get some spruce detailing with some shelves and trapdoors in. I think that does make a big difference, but I also think I want to get a splash of color in, maybe on the roof, just to add a bit more interest to the build. So let's get right into it. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so again, spruce. I think shelves and trapdoors do make a big difference. We can get some more like interesting stuff and maybe some signs, that sort of thing. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. All right, we're looking good, we're looking good. I think I also want to fix these windows. I think it should just be gray. I think it'll look better. We can get like, I don't know, something here. I have no idea. All right, what do we do for the roof? Oh, it's even. Okay. Moss roof. Bit of color without like actually being too difficult, and probably won't be as controversial as me putting wool on this house. This actually might be a bit too time consuming, but whatever. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, that's not bad. I think I want to do the same thing here. We have time for it. I think I want to give each of these like transformations like a bit of a spin, so this will be the moss one, I guess. I don't know. Some azalea around, I guess. It's been a minute since I built a house with a moss roof, low-key. All right, how are we looking? I'm a fan. I think I want to maybe add a bit more like wear around this house, since like, I mean, the roof is mossy. I think it makes sense in my head. So maybe a bit of texturing around, and then we're probably almost out of time. That's not where that goes. All right, and that is time. I'm pretty happy with that. I actually like the way it looks. I don't know. I'm actually really happy with how much I got done in 5 minutes. I feel like the moss looks pretty interesting and has its own unique feel, and overall, the build just feels more complete. And real quick, before we move on to the next house, I just want to say I have a Discord link down below, discord.gg/rowannn. A lot of cool people in there. Highly recommend you join. I also got a Minecraft server. Info for that is in the Discord. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. I feel like 15 minutes is the first amount of time that I feel like I could truly make some big changes. I wanted to add a foundation and change the entire shape of the house by adding a new 3rd section, and hopefully more. So let's see how I do. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, first up, I want to just get rid of this, like, because we're gonna be moving stuff, so it's gotta go. All right, beautiful. How would this look if I just moved like the whole thing up? You know what I mean? Basically, I want some sort of like foundation layer. All right, the interior is gonna be cooked, but you know, whatever. You know, like something like this. I think that might look fine. I don't know. Does that look good or bad? Yeah. Not great. Not really great at all. All right, what if I move this whole thing like up more? All right, hear me out. Is that okay, or is that like the worst thing ever? Probably somewhere in the middle, I would say. All right, let's get some details in and just kind of see what we're working with. I don't know. You know, that's not bad. Like shape-wise, I mean, obviously it's not like detailed or anything, but I think the shape is fine. All right, it's really not that bad. We're only through a third of our time, so we're actually doing all right. But now what I want is basically to like get rid of this, which I know seems stupid. Like I was just kind of detailing it, which yeah, admittedly a waste of time, my bad. But I think I want part of the roof that kind of goes like this way instead. Then this kind of connects like the front of it. I think it'll make sense once I just start building it, you know? Something like that. I know it's weird I'm building this from like the top down, but I just want to like have an idea where the roof goes. I think I like that. All right, how's that shape look? It's not bad. I think I want this foundation to be taller maybe. All right, low-key like that. I think that shape is like way better than the original. It's kind of like more interesting. Kind of makes a bit more sense too with like where the roofs go, honestly. All right, I'm just gonna keep going around and adding these like sort of like frame details and that sort of stuff. Maybe add some windows and see where we're at. I think that kind of makes sense. Okay, all right, okay. Flower pots, I guess, flower pots. Oh damn, we're almost out of time, bro. That kind of snuck up on me. Hold up. I gotta lock in. All right, and that's all I got time for. Hold up. This house is dedicated to my patron Tracy. I appreciate it. If you want a house dedicated to you, it's only $3 on the Patreon. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Honestly, like not bad for the time I had. I like the shape, pretty tough. Let's move on to the next one. For 30 minutes, we're finally getting to some really big changes, or at least I hope so. My plan is to completely rebuild the house at a bigger scale while keeping the same block palette and feel. I do want to add a bit more color though to hopefully just make the house a bit more eye-catching. So let's get into it and see what I can build. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm gonna get started with the frame here, of course, kind of like standard stuff. I'm gonna just, you know, scale it up a bit and just, I don't know, see what kind of shape I like. I don't know, I'll figure it out. All right, hear me out, hear me out. I think I want it like a tower. I think I'm gonna bring it to like a point instead of like a roof shape, maybe. Maybe like a dormer on this side or something, I don't know. I think it'll be fire, I don't know. We'll see. I gotta stop saying that. I believe. Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. All right, I don't think the frame is like that bad. I added like an extra part over here. I just thought that was kind of like empty looking. I don't know if this is gonna look good or not, honestly. I'm not really liking this at all, but we'll see. Let's fill it with blocks and just kind of see where we're at. All right, what do we got? You know, I don't know if I'm liking it, honestly. I really am not sure. Let's kind of get some roof shapes in and maybe that'll save it. I don't know. You know what? With the roof, I feel like it kind of actually makes the shape look not as bad. So I think I'll take that. I don't mind that. I don't really know if I want a tower on this or if I want just like a roof. I think actually a roof might look better. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking. I kind of want mangrove in here, and I don't know if that's like a mistake or not. Because I said I wanted some color, and like having like a roof like that here might be what I'm looking for. Actually, maybe I make this spruce, and then I have like the roof itself be mangrove, like the tower. I don't know. Whatever. Let's see what I got here. I don't know. We'll see. It's not bad. I want to make the frame spruce, but then we gotta go. Like we're running out of time fast. It's bad. It's bad. Nah, whatever. All right, it's fine. I gotta go. We gotta move on though. We gotta move on. All right, I gotta fill the roof in, and then I gotta go around texture, and then I gotta add stuff to the frames. I gotta get windows in. I gotta get a porch. We only have 10 minutes, so this is gonna be. It's kind of rough. I don't know. Sure, you know, good enough. Whatever. All right. Oh my god. All right, I feel like I've severely miscalculated this. You know what I mean? All right, we need windows. Add. We got texture. We got way too much left, bro. I don't think we're gonna finish this, honestly. We'll see though. All right, lock in, lock in. Shadow world edit for the texturing, bro, because I don't have time for this. I don't have time. I got textures wool so bad. Oh my god, way too close. I'm scared, chat. I'm scared. All right, it's low-key coming along. I don't know. Let's detail this frame real quick. We're really running out of time here. All right, we need lanterns and flower pots, and then that's probably gonna be time, honestly. That's low-key all I got time for. You know what? That's not bad. I actually thought I was doing way worse. You know, it's maybe not perfect. I wish I could have got some more stuff done. I spent too long on the roof. I just kind of fumbled that. But yeah, let's move on to the 1 hour fix, the final fix of this video. Hopefully we can get something pretty cool going. I don't know. For the 1 hour build, I had pretty big plans. I knew I wanted to get some sort of landscaping in just to set this build apart from the others. My plan was to build a custom cliff and put a windmill on it, while trying to keep some of the design and shape from the original house. I don't think I'm gonna be able to build this in just an hour, but let's try and see how it goes. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, let's just immediately get into Axiom. I'm not, I'm not messing around here, right? Let's use gray wool for now as a placeholder. And I'm just gonna try to get a cliff shape in. Can't be that hard, right? Surely. I started by using Axiom to just raise up an area that was roughly the size of the cliff I wanted. All right, how's that look? Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna shape it. All right, ignore this. Once I was happy with the size, I got the shape looking a bit more cliff-like by smoothing out some edges and adding a bit of an overhang. And overall, I was pretty happy with it. All right, I don't think that's like bad. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna like kind of manually fix the shape a bit. I'm gonna replace it with some other blocks, with grass on the top, and then a house. You know what I mean? It's a house video. All right. Grass. I think I'm actually gonna go with moss. I don't know. I just think the color is kind of nice. I don't know. Or maybe like green wool. I really gotta lock in. I'm not great at Axiom, so I don't really know what I'm doing. If that wasn't obvious. Using my incredible Axiom skills, I got some grass on the top using moss and green wool. All right, how's that look? Not terrible, not great. I touched up the shape of the grass a bit and it was looking pretty decent. All right, sure. What does it look like? Does it look good? Not bad. Let's get some kind of like gradient in for this gray part, I guess. With the grass finalized, I got a simple gradient for the stone. I knew I wanted it to be a darker gray color, so I tried using a bunch of blocks and I just could not get it to look right. And I was wasting time. That looks terrible, cool. That looks less terrible, but still kind of terrible. We gotta go. What am I doing? I'm taking forever on this. Eventually, I settled on a gradient using only gray wool, basalt, terracotta, and concrete powder. Using fewer blocks just kind of made it look a bit less busy, and I was pretty happy with it. The cliff was finally done, leaving me just 50 minutes to finish the entire house. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, I guess. It's not bad. Actually, you know what? I like that. I think it'll look better once we get a house in and we get like kind of plants on it. All right, let's start playing this house though. We gotta get moving. So like a front part, maybe 7 across, something like that. And I'll go back. I want some part that goes across, and then I want some like front part. we gotta lock in. All right, whatever. Sure. Tower part, like taller tower sort of part, long part, and then like this sort of front thing, which basically is like the shape of the third build from this video, but just a lot bigger. Yeah, let's lock in. I'm just gonna lock in on this frame real quick, and then we'll just kind of see what we're working with. I don't know. All right, something like that. Not this high. I just kind of made the shape. But yeah, not that high. Okay. Oh, this looks kind of stupid though. I feel like the scale is kind of cooked. How bad does this scale look? Let's see. Big roof, big roof. Like, this might be too big. I'm a little worried about the scale of this build, but whatever. All right, we don't have time to think about it. We just gotta lock in. Sure. All right, let's just start filling in with blocks, you know? We don't really have time to think. I just gotta keep going. Okay. This looks kind of stupid, doesn't it? This is just way too big, I think. Is it just the 7? Is 7 just too big? Yeah, it'll look better smaller. Executive decision. All right. Yeah, that'll look way better. Okay, cool. All right, let's fill over here with wool. Of course, gotta keep the theme here. Because like, I do want this to kind of resemble the original house, you know what I mean? Like, at least in spirit. But obviously, it's kind of hard to transform it this much and have it look like that still, you know? All right, what are we looking at? It's not bad. It's not, like, terrible. Sure, all right. I think I want to go for spruce on the roof. I just think it'll be too much stone brick if I do gray. I don't know. Or would it look good? Maybe we keep the left one stone and we do something different on the right. That'd be the move. Oh my god, I made this even on accident. No. I can't, like, afford to be losing time like this. I really just can't. I'm stressed right now. I don't know why. This is a lot of pressure. Sure. Yep. Good enough. When nobody got me, I know world that got me. Okay. All right, I actually don't mind the shape anymore. It's kind of coming along, which very good news because I was pretty worried for a minute there. Let's clean up the shape here, and then we'll get started with the roof on the right, I think. All right, do I go for... I think I like the mangrove bit, but like, it's weird, I don't know. Maybe I do like some sort of like spruce and mangrove on this side. I'm not entirely sure. I think I like the idea of 2 different roofs though. I just think it like, it'd be too much gray, I feel like, if we didn't do it. All right, what do we work with there? Oh, that's not bad. That's really not bad. Obviously, a lot to do, so I'm just gonna lock in here. I'm gonna go around and kind of clean up like weird, like sort of like world edit issues, and then I'm gonna, I guess, texture and get windows. I don't know. All right, I like it. Some more windows in. The back of this build isn't gonna be finished, by the way. I'd rather just focus all my attention on the front and make it look as good as possible. So it'll kind of be like it'll be done, but it just won't be like highly detailed or anything. All right, let's get a quick porch. Go around your windows, flower pots, and we gotta get started on this like windmill thing because I think that'll kind of make this really stand out. All right, let me texture the roof and the foundation real quick. I'm gonna keep it really simple. I'm just not gonna use too many blocks, just enough to kind of, you know, make it look less terrible, ideally. All right, that's enough texturing to count. Let's texture this white part real quick. Concrete powder, calcite, diorite, and then we gotta get going here. We need a windmill. All All right, we're actually doing like really good on time here. I'm gonna go around and just add details to the frame here and then get some windows and some flower pots in. And then like, I mean, we're almost there. Honestly, for half an hour, this is a crazy, crazy amount of progress. I'm really happy with it. All right, we're getting there. We actually are getting there. All right, flower pots. All right, we're actually like really getting there. I did not expect to be able to get anywhere near this amount of stuff done. And honestly, I thought this is what it would look like at the end. So I guess we'll just keep moving. I don't know. Get some windows in. I'll get some flowers in, and then we'll get started on the windmill section, I think. Okay, like I'm liking it. I'm gonna black out these windows in the front here just because, like, you know, obviously. Quick door. All right, I mean, that's basically like the house itself almost done. And we're doing pretty good on time. I mean, I think the windmill part is gonna be really difficult, but I did not expect to have this much time left. Okay, like, hold up. Like, actually hold up. All right, it's time for, that's even. Oh my God, man. Little miscalculation here. How hard would it be to make this 5 across instead? Surely not very difficult, right? Right? Eh, it's not too bad. Whatever. All right, that wasn't too bad to fix. I mean, it wasted like a minute, but it's not the end of the world. But anyway, now that this has like an odd center here, we can get started on the windmill. I gotta figure out where I want it first. And my sort of like concept, like terrible concept sketch I did, it was like about here, which might look all right. Let me see. Yeah, maybe. I think I might make like a new section of building here that just comes out like this far. It's like, it's just this part, but out, you know what I mean? I mean, I could just probably move this, right? What happens if I just stack that? Am I genius? Hold up. Ooh, I like that. That actually looks really cool, like the shape of it. Maybe it's like a block lower, just for some like roof variation, something like that. Let me cook here, let me cook. I like the shape of that, actually, like I really do. That looks kind of sick. All right, I'm just gonna fill everything in here and then we'll get started on the windmill. All right, I gotta lock in, because I'm actually not that confident in the time anymore, despite what I've been saying. All right, I'm low-key like really happy with the shape. I think it does look pretty cool. I might get another flower pot here, but it does look pretty cool. I need to get the windmill blades in here, of course. I'm gonna probably just put it about here. I might move a world at it, who knows? I've built like windmills before, but I mean, it's been a minute, so I'll give it a shot. I don't know. I'm sure it'll be amazing. All right, surely. Okay, am I liking this? I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not. But whatever, you know? Let's texture it, I guess. Get some banners out, maybe. I don't know, maybe pale oak might look all right on it. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Hey, low key? Like, hold up. Hold the phone, hold the phone. A barrel, maybe? Trapdoor. I actually don't hate this. Hold up. I really don't hate that. I think it goes out too far, obviously, but I'm gonna move it in. I don't know by how much, but we'll move it. Maybe just a block might honestly fix it. I mean, kinda. Yeah, a little bit. It's really not bad. It's not perfect or anything. I don't know if it really, like, looks that great in the build itself, but I think the blades look fine. I don't know. All right, let's see if we can, like, kind of connect this a bit better, maybe. And then we got, like, a few minutes to just kind of finalize, like, everything, which I don't know if it'll be enough time, honestly, because I gotta get like plants everywhere, like ideally make the landscape look less terrible, finalize the house, so we still got stuff to do. All right, I'm gonna stop being critical about it. That looks pretty good. All right, I think the windmill and everything is done. I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna real quick texture this roof, and then we'll go around and add like some final details with the rest of our time. I like some plants around. I kind of want this mountain to look less bare, maybe a bit of like grass around and stuff, and we'll just kind of see where we're at, I think. And with our timer running out here, this house is of course dedicated to my patron Oliver. I appreciate your support. Let's get a quick zoom out here. Like, why'd I kind of cook? Hold up. Like, honestly, for an hour, I didn't think I was gonna get anywhere like near something like this. Quick shader look, of course. Like, tell me I didn't cook. Like, hold up. Like, it's kind of a banger. I don't know. But with that, it's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know down below which house was your favorite. I'm hoping it's this one. I don't know. Ideally, I guess. But yeah, let me know down below if you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate it. Anyone who made it to the end of the video, you know, you're goated, all that. I got a Patreon link down below. I got a Discord, discord.gg/rowannn with 2 N's. A lot of cool people in there. You know, I highly recommend you join. I got a Minecraft server too. Info in the Discord for that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. And of course, shout out to my patrons Aelic, ThaMango, Tommi, Natural High, Lezlo, Crumbcakes, Speckyrifl, Bluebee, Val, GuyBuddy, Olivia, and Birdsknees. See ya.